What's going on, guys? Hyenaah here for video today, and I've got an amazing tip if you play Fortnite Battle Royale, and this tip slash trick will help you reach the surface of any building, any ground, or any sort of object you want to try and reach in order to gather the loot before any other player does. And this saves like 10 to 15 seconds instead of actually parachuting down, but you still have to parachute, but it's like a little tiny bit of a parachute. So I bet you're wondering, what exactly do you have to do? To do this tip slash trick, all you have to do is glide outside of the island into the water. This is because there's no restricted barrier going down into the water. This is because they've had a restricted barrier on the whole island, but they haven't had it on the water. This way you can glide straight down into the water. That way when you reach like near the surface level, let's say you reach the trees, you then put your parachute out, then you glide either on top of a building or you can keep going further. This is amazing because you can gather the loot before any other person in the game or in your area can gather that loot. This way you'll be having an advantage on other players, and you'll have the loot before they even have any sort of loot. So I've got a comparison I need to show you now, and this helps a lot because you can see the top left is just gliding down normally, and the bottom right is gliding down into the water and then parachuting. But anyway, enjoy that and I'll be right back. After taking a look at the comparison, you can see the time it takes to get down using the water trick. It takes around 30 seconds, depending on what area and where you get off at the bus. But then if you use the other, like the default one, it takes around 40 to 41 seconds. It only took 40 seconds for me because I landed on top of a roof on a building. But if you were to land on like the land or like a barn, then it might be a little bit delayed, like 43 seconds or 44 seconds. But that just shows a 10 to 15 second delay, and it can change the game, such as like loot. You can die within that time. You can, yeah, it's crazy. So this tip slash trick only works on the outside of the island. So that means there's only going to be certain locations where there's going to be loads of loot. And I've got the Fortnite Battle Royale map right here with a couple of circles on, and you can see that the locations that you can use are Greasy Grove, Flush Factory, Moisty Mire, Lonely Lodge, and Anarchy Acres. These are probably the 5 best locations around the map for using this tip slash trick, but the main 3 I would say are Greasy Grove, Flush Factory, and Anarchy Acres. But anyway, that's going to be it for the video. Hopefully you enjoyed this amazing tip slash trick for Fortnite Battle Royale. If you want to see more tips slash tricks for Fortnite Battle Royale, tell me in the comments which one you want to see. If you enjoyed the video, click the like button below. If you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button. If you found this video informative, remember to click the share button. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.